all the way down the pathway here, or is it... Okay.
Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. Sometimes on a Wednesday I'll go do a 25 or 30 mile warm-up and then I'll join the young guns for a very short but very fast, intense ride. Typically there's a lot of Cat 2s, 3s, and 4s on this ride, all much younger and faster than me. The reason I do this ride is so that I can get stronger and faster. The courses on these Wednesday rides vary each time. Today we're doing 2 laps of a 3.8 mile loop with 80 feet of climbing per lap. I did notice that we didn't have the number of fast riders that we usually do on this ride, probably because of the threat of rain. Still, these guys didn't disappoint. It was fast. I am currently sitting third wheel in a lined out pack. My goal for this ride is to make it to the top of the first climb with the main group. That's going to be tough, because that climb starts right after 2 right-hand turns that can be considered a wide 180-degree turn. Those 2 in front were doing a good job keeping up the speed. However, I can tell it was starting to wear on them. Eventually, they just pulled off and waited for the next person to come through. That person obviously was not going to be me. It was, however, my former teammate, who's only just 5 years younger than me. He's a strong rider and especially a strong climber. Due to the speed and the fact that I'm 20 to 40 years older than most of the people in this ride, my plan was to do as little as possible before I got to that first climb. You may be asking yourselves, well, if I wasn't planning on taking a pull, why didn't I just go to the back and sit in? Main reason being, if I was back there, there may have been somebody else in front of me that may not have been able to hold the speed, and then created a gap. And with this group, that'd be a hard gap for me to fill. There was no one complaining behind me. Eventually, we make it over to the 180 to the start of the climb. Being extra cautious of traffic because we're coming at speed onto a main road, I take a wider line than most everyone else and lose a wheel. Now I have to expend a lot of energy to bridge at the bottom of the main climb. I do make that bridge. I tuck myself in and I'm holding my own. I now start to think, I can do this. I can get to the top of these guys. Eventually someone attacks from the front, people go with them, and I redline. That group's way ahead of me and there's riders behind me. I get my legs under me and wait for the next person to come up. For the balance of the 1.5 laps, I'm chasing, sometimes in a group of 2 and sometimes in a group of 4. I didn't meet my goal, but this ride made me a lot stronger. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, hit that bell for the next video coming out, and comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.